Good morning, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome back to Trekking the Future. Not our season finale. That's next week.
Yes,
The
close.
season finale of Strange New World Season 1. We're
Season one.
discussing that today.
Yes.
I'm Joshua Hadley, and he's Lord Justin Belanger.
Lord, Principality of Sealand. Hi. Yes. Hello. How you doing? Uh, yeah. I just watched the episode like right before the stream. The Quality of Mercy season one finale. Just
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to
see.
talking about that. We also have yeah, I got a penny here. Check it out.
Got a penny.
Um, Rich, we're gonna decide which film we're gonna watch next week for the
Yeah.
season finale of Trek in the Future.
There was a tie. Star Trek: The Motion Picture and Star Trek Generations was the tie. So that coin will decide which of those two movies we'll be watching.
I mean, hey, if they could do it in the Democratic primary to decide who wins, we could do it too, right?
You know, it's true. Sure, we can.
Um, yeah, and got trivia coming up, which is always uh fun, and yeah, there's a new trailer for Strange New Worlds we'll talk about.
Mm,
A lot to look forward to.
yes, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, and if you're here for the first time, as I said, it's the we're reviewing the season finale of Strange New Worlds,
Yes.
episode episode 10. And
Quality of Mercy.
we're and like we said, we'll decide on which Star Trek film we're reviewing next week. And this podcast will continue
Yes.
with Strange New World season 2.
Yeah.
This is we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big Trekkie before starting this podcast, and part of the experiment was seeing, you know, how would we like it.
Yeah.
Um, and I rather enjoy it, and I'm looking
Same.
forward to watching more and more.
Yeah. I'm liking it so far.
And
Granted, it helps that we started with one of the well-received Star Trek iterations.
yeah, it wasn't the one with I'm trying to make something up that's ridiculous. Other than the one with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader tells him, "I'm your father."
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. So the episode was a quality of mercy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, uh, so we have that moment where Captain Pike meets Future Pike. It's like meeting future Justin.
It's true.
It was really incredible.
True.
It's like, oh, why is my doppelganger here? So as we know throughout the show, it's talked about that Pike knows his future, or what's meant to happen to him,
Yeah.
and he's got a chance here to like stop it.
Yeah.
Um, why not? Like I know if you had the ability to stop yourself from meeting Bernard Smurf, you might like
Yeah.
think, all right, I gotta stop this future event. It's
Yeah.
gotta end, right?
True. Yes. So he ends up going to the future and sort of living through the event and seeing what happens and everything, so we can get an idea of, how we can do it differently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's the link to the chess arena.
Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Right. Well,
um,
here you go. That was a couple days ago.
yeah, I got third place.
I got someplace. I won one. Actually, I won two, but one of them I won by actual checkmate, which is rare for me.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. Actually, no, I won one and a half. I managed to get
See,
one to a draw.
if you didn't meet Burger Smurf, you changed the future that way. You will have won none of those games.
That's just true.
That's how.
That
That's
is
how this.
that's probably true. Yes.
Um, and I, yeah, I really enjoyed the vibe of the episode, or Pike is able to confine and Spock that, "Hey, I'm
Dog
from
from
the
the
past,
Rugrats now.
in an alternative timeline," yeah? Yeah, and,
Uh,
it's really interesting studying philosophy for me and, considering the relationship between Spock and Pike,
yeah.
like, Pike's one of the first person after that body swap on Spock, like, "I'm in a different body."
Yeah.
I know they tried to hide it at first, but, it seems like, Pike and Spock don't really wanna keep things away from each other, they have a really strong friendship,
Yeah.
and that actually I wasn't thinking about this when I started this, spewing this, rambling, but, it goes into, the decision why, Pike's like, "This is not the future I want," There's a war with the Romulans,
Yeah.
spoiler, that starts, but,
Yeah.
uh, Spock gets hurt really bad and way before the Wrath of Khan, so, he's gotta have plot armor, right?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the, y checking out future events? What if, the way it happened in the original show, like, what if Pike was there instead of, Kirk
Mm,
commanding the Enterprise or captaining the Enterprise, I guess would be the proper way to say that.
mm. Thought it was very interesting. It was a good episode. I think all the episodes were good episodes. That's good. Um, it was interesting to see, and what it was it Kirk that was in this episode?
Yeah,
James?
Captain Kirk.
Yeah. So like we got interactions with him and Pike. That was interesting. You saw that they sort of they both kind of bend the rules at times, but in different ways. So it's like an
Yeah.
interesting look at that. Uh, yeah, I like the one. What are the Romulus? What are they called? Romulus?
The
Yeah,
Romulans?
Romulans. There you go. I like the one was like genuinely trying to actually get like a peace happening, and then the other guy is just like, nah, I'm calling in help, and oof, R.I.P. that guy.
Yeah.
He tried though,
Totally, like,
because he's someone that
I
had
I really
experience with it, and like he's like, I remember when there was a time before when there was peace. I want to go back to that.
yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like we're we're not at war with them. It's more like the relationship between North Korea and South Korea, and of
Mm.
course that gets broken to from being a Cold War to a very hot war. I really like the Romulans too. Having not watched much Star Trek at all before doing
Yeah.
this show, it was cool to see them, and just like everyone in the show too, it was like the first time I was seeing them, it was like, "Oh, well, so they look like Vulcans," and that was
Yeah.
another thing that was interesting to me, even though it really shouldn't mean anything, end up, like, being a big deal to everyone, like, "They look like Vulcans, like, what's going on?"
They all got the little pointy ear situation. Maybe they're
Yeah,
all just Hillians.
maybe.
Mm.
Oh, man, that's like, where all the people do their, genetic pool and what's going on there. Maybe they're all the Romulans and Vulcans are from the Southeast.
You know?
I'm kidding. All love to them. Um, and yeah, this was a very Pike-centric episode. I mean,
yeah.
there was Spock too and whatever, but,
Yeah.
obviously these are all other timeline people, and like, we get to see number 1 come in, I believe, um, or no, I'm wrong
Mm.
because she got arrested
Yeah.
in the alternative timeline, and this one too, but, that's a I wonder if that's going to go into season 2. Obviously, there's long arching stories, just
Yeah.
like, Khan, she's a transhumanist, so gets arrested. You know,
Mm,
I mean, she's brought over to the ICE facility,
mm,
or the concentration camp, wherever
yeah.
they concentrate the whatever camp they concentrate the transhumanist is where she was taken.
Mm.
And I know you like camp.
I like concentrated orange juice. Mm,
Oh, see, this is well, it's when we watched the episode, it's totally the opposite. I did
mm,
it last Saturday night, and you just did it now. What else
mm.
did you like about the episode?
It was. I just think it was really interesting. Like the whole going to the future. I like the interaction with Pike and Spock, where Spock's at first like, yeah, you're clearly going through something right now.
Uh,
Like this is the you're
yeah,
not actually speaking logically, and then Pike's like, all right, just do the thing. Do the mind meld or whatever it's called. So like
yeah,
he was really quick to just get to that. He's like he knows Spock well enough. He's like, hey, come on, let's just get that over with. Enjoy that. I do enjoy their relationship a lot.
yeah, absolutely. Um, and like you said, the Romulans were very cool, and you talked about it. Not me so much. I did enjoy the Romulan captain, his
Yeah.
interactions, and it was very interesting, nuanced, and they made sure to, and they did this in the original show, but they, as far as I know, I haven't seen the episode, but I was just had to research it a little bit,
Yeah.
um, for this season of Trek in the Future. They tried to, you know, the Romulan captain when he is killed because he fails is like, well, it's my duty. Pike tries to save him, say, hey, we can beam me over. It's like, you
Mm.
know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I feel
Mm.
like that might have had some influence on Pike on his decision
Mm.
at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, it's 7:12 in the morning in the real world. I mean, I don't know, like 10:12
10,
in
12 over here.
Texas land.
Yeah.
I wake up around 6. I
Yeah.
woke up 3 minutes early. I went to the bathroom. I got really upset because I don't bring my phone to the bathroom when I get up in the morning. And
Mm.
then my alarm went off. I'm like, oh no, I gotta leave here and turn this thing off because I didn't know how loud it was until
Yeah.
I experienced it from a different room. But yeah, uh, really early in the morning. Think I need to
Mm.
pick me up. I
Yeah,
think
pick me
it's
up.
time for my first hit of caffeine.
Mm. I've been having a little, not not the same type of caffeine you're having, the better kind of caffeine that you're having. But as anybody watching may have noticed, I have a cup here rather than my usual bottle of water. Just drinking some iced coffee.
And yeah, I'm gonna drink some Dubby, the Grandpa's denture water.
There you go.
I'm almost out of that.
Very
Um,
delicious sounding flavor right there.
hey, I think I got two of them.
Mm,
This is my second one. I thought they were gonna be limited time, but there's other limited time Dubbies. Like I'm almost out of that in my Japanese soda. I got
mm,
more in my closet.
yeah.
Um, I had to move. I got to move a whole lot of things for
Oh.
changing my floor, so that's one thing I gotta find is more of my W tubs. But
Mm.
I was also looking at
The old Teletubbies.
I was looking at what new flavors I could buy, and there's two limited edition ones from that show that you like, Solo Leveling,
Yeah.
right?
Solo leveling. Good
But I'm
anime.
looking at the Tiger's Blood flavor. I've
Ooh.
never tried that. The Pom Pom is
Second.
limited time release.
That Tiger's Blood one gonna get you going full Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been a long time since I had Dub Sludge. I
Dump's
mean,
lunch.
when I all these new flavors, I haven't had that in a long
Mm,
time. With all this buying these dubbies, and when they're $40 a tub. So with how many servings? What, 30, I believe?
30 drinks you can get out of that. 30 drinks for
Yeah, so
$40, but it'd be cool if you get 30 drinks for even less than $40,
yeah.
which you can do, in fact, by clicking the link that I'm about to post in the chat, or the link that's in the description of the video if you're watching this on YouTube. That link right there.
Thank
Or
you.
if you go to w.gg, you get all the stuff in your cart. You go to checkout. You go to put a promo code in. You put promo code Gopher Tuck, one word, no and then you get ten
One word.
percent off the entire order.
Yep, that's what I do, and I'm looking forward to getting more dubby
Mm.
whenever I get paid. But I got left for now, and next week I think I'll show you the hydration dubby I got.
Ooh, hydration.
So can't believe it's a sponsorship, so we're hyping up things in the future too. uh, so on YouTube, there's a new trailer for
There we go.
Strange New World season 3, and I was interested to see if Justin wanted to
Ooh,
watch this live with everyone here. If
yeah,
we could do that.
got it right here. Actually, I should share it, screen share in Discord, so you can see it as I'm seeing it as well.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
Oh,
With my new AT&T fiber internet to make the streaming process a little better. All right,
hell yeah.
so you seeing it there?
Yeah, I see it.
There you go. Strange New Worlds, or Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 official teaser. So let's look into this one. Be in the corner over there. Start that way, that direction, for those watching. Yeah. All right, here we go.
We want to give audiences a reflection of their own world through the lens of fantasy.
I like her
You
hair.
know, science fiction.
All of that with weekly space adventures?
That
Let's hit
that
it.
reminds me of like Diamond and Grader.
Our
So
reality's been
sick.
I see it. I don't believe it.
exciting, isn't it?
Romance.
Romance.
Good morning, bye.
Hey, there's Jack. Spot.
Is that Patton Oswalt?
Your host is dead,
I thought.
and one of
I
you
think so.
murdered him.
I got here just in time, Beth. We're going to wire the Enterprise.
I know her from something.
Hello?
It's
I
for you.
forget.
Port thruster standing by.
Do you realize how rare a show like this is?
Indeed.
We only have one shot.
That's all we need.
Hang on.
Space battles.
What?
This
You
summer.
know, Mr. Scott, we make a pretty good team.
Hey,
Yeah, look at that. That
Very.
the beam me up Scotty over there, right? That one. There you go. All right, it's looking good. I noticed the murder mystery that we heard about. I noticed the moment of that in there.
yeah. Oh,
Looking forward. I like the retro looks they have some of the episodes.
absolutely. Some person said there's gonna be more gimmicks this season, and hey,
Hmm.
we'll talk about this later. That I really like some of the strange episode.
Yeah,
I liked every episode of this season. There
same.
wasn't a bad episode of
Agree.
Strange New World season 1.
Yeah. I like the variety that you get with it, and it looks like we're going to be getting even more variety. And I'm a big murder mystery guy, so you know, looking forward
Oh,
to that
you are?
episode. Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to end up being my favorite episode of the third season. So we'll see.
You must have been excited after Luigi got that guy. Like, all right, who's the mystery? Who's this mysterious man here? Sorry, like when I think of murder, that's the one that came to mind right away. Um, yeah, lot to look forward to, and I'm just gonna look over the calendar. So summer, um, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7.
So it says it's coming out in the summer, but not like a specific day.
We should like. I'm sorry. So, I mean, not a specific day, but I don't know if this podcast will broadcast at the same time if our week to week's gonna match up, but
Mm.
it-
Yeah,
it'll be close, I think,
yeah, because I believe
because
season 2 should be ending for us. Like season 2 of Trek in the Future should be ending on June 28th, I believe.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
just right in
and
this.
whatever special episode, so add another one, or maybe if it will work, we could skip doing a season or do a season finale with this show if it matches up with doing the podcast with season 3 of Strange New Worlds. We'll decide that
Mm.
when we get more information, though.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's the one qualifier. If it doesn't, we'll figure out something
yeah.
like we're doing next week. Maybe not a movie, but maybe a movie.
Well, could be.
However we're feeling,
Yeah.
Let's thinking about questions. It's
Mm.
time for a game here.
Yeah, for
Star Trek trivia.
Star Trek trivia, as you posted in the
Trivia, yes.
format there.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see if I. Oh, what's my? What do I win if I get it? If I get 2 out of the 3 questions right this time?
You get to win. You get to win your freedom.
From who? Who currently has my freedom?
Oh no, no. I mean, the universe. You get a free will.
Oh, okay. And then if I lose, if I don't get 2 questions right, at least.
You get a. You don't get a free will. Just the power. How about that?
Okay. Well, all right. There you go. All right. Let's see what we got.
It totally is like doesn't like why. You might think what I said made sense, but it's so philosophically off. Alright, first question.
Yeah.
In this changed timeline, James T. Kirk is in command of what starship?
Oh. See again. Just watched the episode, but like small things like that, where it's like specific names, just go completely past me. Uh, the Taco Bell Express.
The USS Farragut. Or
Mm,
Farragut. I think it's
mm,
Farragut.
mm. I need to start paying attention
Alright.
to the little details more.
Question 2.
Alright.
20th century naval captains were prohibited from performing a marriage ceremony. What film gave Star Trek writers the idea captains do this?
Okay, so it's a film that inspired the Star Trek writers to. Okay.
Yeah, if you recall, like right when we get to the alternative
Yeah,
timeline,
he's giving a
like,
marriage thing and very confused
yeah,
about it. Yeah. Hmm. I'm assuming it's an old film. Don't know how old exactly, but
mm.
it's
Oh, here's a hint: Humphrey Bogart stars in it. So, yeah, old film.
I have no clue what movies that man's been in. I have started watching some older
Not even,
films over
not
the
even
last year.
Casablanca.
Actually, yeah, I did see Casablanca. That's one of the older ones I watched last year. Citizen Kane, uh, uh, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. Um, I don't know what other movies he was in. I'm gonna say, uh, 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 Shapoopy.
The African Queen
I
from
don't.
1951.
I don't think I've even heard of that one.
I seen it like 3 times.
Hmm.
I rather enjoy the film.
Nice, nice. Well, there goes my free will, so I'm not getting any of that. But we got one more question anyway.
All right, third question.
Mm.
For all the smarties and nerds and M&Ms.
All my juggalos and juggalettes.
All right. Trek famously no, sorry. Trek famously reuses actors in many alien roles. Who was the first to play a Vulcan, a Romulan, and a Klingon?
Oh god. Uh. Hmm.
Um, I guess a hint, and I don't know how helpful this would be, is this actor was he played the captain of the Romulan captain, like that we see in this episode in the original Star Trek episode from 1967 or whichever year.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, I have no clue. I'm gonna go ahead and say uh uh Terrence J. Boothlam.
It's Mark Leonard.
Mark? I don't even know who that is. The only Leonard I know in Star Trek is Leonard Nimoy, who was also in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I watched recently. There you
Yeah, and he did that album for with the about the song about the Hobbit. I really
go.
enjoy that,
Hmm.
and he was trying to think.
It's
He
very
was in
weird for
the
me to watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers and then just suddenly Spock shows up and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
when did this Spock and then
but like becomes villainous too.
then what's his name? Jeffrey Goldblum. Just seeing him as actual young Jeff Goldblum was because like I
Yeah,
mean I know how it works, you know, obviously everyone's young at some point, but I always just picture him just being
you
born
know,
as like a 40-year-old man in a turtleneck.
yeah, I honestly had the same feeling the first time I seen that film. It's like, oh, he's so young. Although I seen The Fly, so
Mm,
and it's
yeah,
he's pretty young in that too.
yeah. Gotta get to
Although
that one. That you know, maybe this October that might be in my my Halloween lineup.
I love it. You
Mm,
gotta see it.
mm,
In fact, I think I didn't see it last year, but I do enjoy the film.
yeah.
So April 5th is First Contact Day.
Now what exactly is that?
It's when I believe in Star Trek, and it's covered in generations if we decide to if I'm sorry,
If the
we don't have a
coin
free will.
decides,
The coin, well,
we all
we
bow
have
down to the
some.
coin.
It's all going to the coin, but humans did their first warp drive or warp, and the Vulcans was like, all right, what's going on here? And sort of like what happened on the first episode of Strange New Worlds.
Mm.
This we're the aliens, like, oh, we got this cool new technology, and the Vulcans like, oh, what's going on here? So it's the first day that we had contact with aliens.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like when we finally had open borders, we're like, all right, let all the aliens through. I, I was like making that joke.
So that day, so we're kind of reverse celebrating it because we are. You gotta do quick maths in my head here. 38 years prior
Yeah,
to the first day.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to first contact day, and it's
I'm
coming.
curious. I'm curious. Like, so that's a little bit before Star Trek came out, but that might be when the copyright is up.
Mm.
Thinking about the Mickey Mouse laws.
Mm. Interesting.
That's interesting too.
Hmm. The actual first
Like
contact
Strange
day
New
could be.
Worlds would still be under copyright, but
Mm.
anything from that far back, like that's originally from the show,
Yeah,
would
like
be
how Mickey Mouse is still copyrighted, but Steamboat Willie is out there now.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um. Sorry, my nose. I'm sick.
With his new
Go ahead.
film, with his new film Screamboat, out soon.
Do you think there's aliens?
I don't know. I mean, I've never really believed it, but then I mean, who knows? Like it's there's a lot of stuff in the world, in the galaxy. I mean, there's already a lot of stuff in the world, but then you open up to the galaxy, and it's like that's a bunch of the world. There's many of the worlds, so I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, nah. I mean, something probably would have happened by now. Like they would have invaded and killed us all, or invaded and been like, "Hey, how you doing?" Something. But other part of me is like, I don't know. I have my tiny little brain cannot comprehend a lot of stuff in this world. So in this existence. So maybe.
I say almost certainly.
Hmm.
Especially considering some science I've seen happening on Earth. I know you'll be disappointed, like, oh, it's a micro, but hey, it's life. Okay. Um, I would speak more to that, but it's time to talk about the seventh annual Regenerative Planet Summit
Hmm.
coming Earth Day.
Earth Day. Which day
Yeah,
is Earth Day again?
it's April 22nd,
April
so
twenty
it's coming
second.
up.
2 days after
Um,
Easter / Hitler's birthday / Axel Anvil's birthday / WrestleMania Day 2 / the Weed Day.
yeah,
2 days after all of that. A lot of stuff going on that day.
absolutely. Well, busy week. Um, And up here in Kotzebue, we don't have anything set in stone yet, but a lot's moving forward.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was driving around and I've talked to the human resources for the school district here. Monday, I'll meet with the principal to see how the school wants to be involved with Earth Day. I've talked to the city of Kotzebue and I really appreciate their help with Earth Day and um, we'll move on trying to use what they gave us to do some things that, like distributing bags that you can fill with trash that here when spring cleanup comes along that you could exchange one of these bags for $2. Make some money, we'll clean up the planet, or the environment. That's probably a better way of saying that. Talk to Millie Luck about putting aluminum cans or places to recycle aluminum cans or bottles, plastics,
Yeah.
around town for Earth Day. That FBX, I will confirm this too. I not have set this in stone. Our boss will be back from the lower 48 tomorrow, but you know, a lot going on. We'll have a lot more information next week for sure. And that was a lot of that was Kotzebue centric. I apologize. There's Pause for Peace. PBS has a documentary on what's going on up here on Alaska and have drone footage of the storm that happened here October. It's certainly all worth checking out. Pause for Peace. Gopher's favorite Beatle will be there. Ringo Starr.
I
Um,
mean, the guy
you
playing him in the movies is my favorite of the four actors. So there you
I didn't even look at like who was gonna play who
go. Yeah.
either. I gotta take a look sometime. But
Mm.
for more information, check out the Alliance for Knowledge and Reason at https colon
Mm.
slash slash a dash r dash k dot us, and for specifically on the Regenerative Planet Summit dash RPS 25.
Mm.
Check them out.
Check him out.
And Robert's over there and art doing stuff for Earth Day and Juneteenth. If sorry, I brought him up because he's the one that got me into Star Trek, and
Mm.
I feel like I wanted to ask, what was your favorite episode of Strange New World season one?
So I would probably go with the I forgot what the episode's called, but the one where they're like in the children's story. Maybe
Oh,
they get put
the
in run into that.
Elysium Kingdom.
Yeah, something of that nature.
No, sorry, the Elysian Kingdom.
There you go. There you go. That'd probably be my favorite one. To me, it was the best mix of like comedy and serious. Um, it had me tearing up a little bit there towards the end. with the
Yeah.
doctor and his, or not doctor. What is his role in the
Yeah, the
show?
doctor
He's the
and
doctor. Okay,
his
yeah,
child.
yeah, and his child getting getting to live a life without the disease, but of course having to be away from him. Um, there was a lot of good comedy. I thought Pike's actor in particular was really fun in that one. And of course, yeah, gotta say it, we had Spock with
Mm.
the long hair and the beard, and
Oh,
it's working for me. So yeah,
yeah.
so I would say that's probably my favorite one. I think runner up would be another one of the more comedic episodes, the one with Spock and his lady swapping bodies. That
Fuck 'em
one,
up.
yeah, yeah, that was a fun one.
Absolutely. My favorite episode was All Those Who Wander. And
Mm.
it just reminded me of Alien. I like
Mm.
Alien.
That was fun. It was fun to have a very alien-esque kind of horror-based episode.
And poor Hammer. I mean, he was
Mm.
great that episode.
Yeah.
And got me in my feelings.
Mm.
And considering, I didn't think about like what's my uh second. Um, I would say the quality of mercy. This episode.
Mm. Yeah, it was a really good one. But
Yeah,
again,
like
like I liked every episode. I didn't think there was a bad one involved.
see something. I wanted to put you on the spot and say, what was your least favorite episode? But um,
I don't
you know,
even
for
know.
me, I think it's the one I remember least is Ghost of Aurelia. But
Hmm. I would say
um,
it probably would have been like one of the first couple episodes because, like, the more I watched, the more I got into it. The more episodes I seen, the more, and so like I think by like episode 3 or 4, I was like fully sucked in. So I guess
yeah,
it would probably be 1 or 2, but they were also good episodes. But it's like that was basically my introduction to Star Trek, so it's like it took a little bit for me to get like really pulled into it all.
I feel like this show had to introduce a lot of the characters
Mm.
too. And actually, great job. You know, we like the whole point. I'm sorry, not the whole point, but I already said this before, but might as well regurgitate it. The point, one of the ideas behind this podcast is we've never really, we're not Trekkies,
Yeah.
so like, are we gonna enjoy Star Trek? Are we
Mm.
gonna not? And part of our plan was, if not, we'll just do Trekking's Future season 1, and that's the show. But
Yeah,
we love it. Yeah,
yeah, we ended up having a good old time. You know, we get to watch our first movie. I mean, technically, I've seen a movie before. You've seen, I believe, but our first movie for the podcast of Star
yeah.
Trek. Um, and I mean, I again, like the only one I saw before this film was the 2008 or 2009 one. And I don't really remember anything about it other than some of the cast members. So, don't
I
remember too
remember
much.
some of the things, and um, I think it was memorable for me because I don't think I thought I watched it in theaters, but I could be wrong.
I watched the
I-
2009 one in theaters.
I'm just trying to recall.
I think I
I
actually
could
watched it at
have.
a drive-in.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
I could have seen that film. Like I probably would have if I was able to see it in theaters. I just have to consider like 2009. I might have not, so I might be misremembering that.
Mm. I do like Zoe. Zoe, I never remember how to pronounce her last name. Saldana, however the name's pronounced.
Oh, let's see.
She was good. She got her first Oscar this year. Unfortunately for, one of the worst films she's been in, but
Oh, what film's that?
the Amelia Perez, the one that got nominated for like 12 or
Oh,
13 things, and also she was nominated for Best Supporting Act, or no, yeah, Best Supporting Actress, even though she was basically the main character and all that. But I mean, I'm happy for her, and to be fair, her performance was basically the one good thing about the movie. So
oh, it's like Bela Lugosi. Like, oh, he's the one good thing. Like, yeah, I'll give him props.
yeah.
It's fun to like, or not fun. It's kind of interesting to see films like that where
Yeah.
one person sort of just carries the whole thing.
Yeah.
Really, I mean it sort of sucks to say that, like, because there's a lot of work put in productions like this, but
Mm.
really,
Think I mean Joker I think would be an example of that. I personally really like the movie, the first movie. I like the second one too, even though everyone else hates it. But like that was one where it was kind of forced on Joaquin Phoenix's shoulders. Like his role in the film was like it was dependent on him, you know.
and like that's not what happened with the season of Star Trek. Like
Yeah.
strong cast,
Yes,
great acting. Like
everyone
I mentioned,
was fantastic.
you mentioned your second favorite was Spock Amok, and I love body swap episodes,
Mm.
and
It was
I feel
still
like
to me it was still very interesting that we had a rare body swap where the two characters were already so alike. Yeah. So
yeah,
they had
but
to have
I
very subtle differences.
yeah, absolutely. That's
Mm.
what I was gonna say. Subtle differences, but they did it very well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Freakier Friday coming out. If you want to see a new body swap movie.
when's it coming out?
Uh sometime this year. I don't remember exactly. It might be like a
Uh,
Disney Plus immediately movie rather than going up in theaters. I don't know. Maybe it's getting a theatrical release. I'm not sure. I just know it's got Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, and I guess this time they're swapping bodies with their kids or something. I mean, that's what Jamie Lee Curtis already did in the first one, but they're swapping bodies with
yeah,
teenagers. I don't remember whose teenagers they are, but they're teenagers.
I'll check it out.
Hmm.
I like the first film,
It was good.
or the first film and the one with Jamie Lee Curtis. um, I had to remember like, oh, there was the 1970s Freaky Friday too. Well, before we get too off the rails here,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us what's uh, going on with Gopher and Tuck?
All right, we got Split Fictions going up at the moment. We got the Pokemon Gaia still happening. GM battle with our pal TJ. That's going up. I think episode 3 it goes up tomorrow, which is the
Oh,
second week of actually booking the matches since the first episode was the draft. We've already recorded 9 weeks of GM mode,
oh,
including the draft. So we got a whole bunch of that recorded. It's going up every Sunday. Episodes for those are longer; they're like 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere in that range. Um, it's having a good time, with Tej. Excuse me.
yeah.
Those are the main thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really big at the moment. I know Indiana Jones and the Circle of Doom or whatever it's called. That is coming to PlayStation 5 soon, finally. So we might have Brandon
Oh,
playing that because I know he's been wanting to play it. So he
oh,
might
that'd
be
be
doing
cool.
that. Have that happening. I personally, assuming it's possible for me to get a Switch too, because who knows how expensive that's going to be. Um, I would love to play Donkey Kong Bonanza when that comes out in July. So if it's possible for me to get a Switch 2 by then, if not, then maybe sometime down the road. But I definitely would like to play that on the channel. Um, very excited for that one. And on Twitch, we're still waiting for the Baldur's Gate 3 update that adds crossplay, so me, Jeff, and TJ can get into some shenanigans with that.
Would that be a Tuesday or a Tuesday thing? I don't know if
uh,
I'm saying it
it
right.
would probably be mostly Tuesdays, but I'm not always available, so it would vary week to week. But the default day would be Tuesday. Um, but that looking forward to that, and I'll probably be streaming whenever it comes out. Elden Ring Night Rain with probably with
Oh,
Jeff. Uh, so that as well. And and of course we got more of Trekking the Future. Season 2
yeah.
starting soon here on Gopher and Tuck, and just some fun stuff happening. More
Is
Tuck,
the
more Tuck Thursday. It's on the way.
oh, I thought that was gonna be the Indiana Jones thing.
Well, that's going to be a regular Gopher and Tuck series.
Oh, okay.
But he recorded some trading card game card shop simulator. So that's
Oh.
something. We got a little bit of that on the way. I don't know if he's planning on recording any of it or not, but he's been playing a whole bunch of that new like drug dealer game that came out, like called Schedule One.
Oh yeah.
Or apparently he developed a strain of weed in that turns people black. So
Oh.
he's doing a whole lot of stuff in that game. So well, I'm assuming he's gonna record some of that at some point. So, but yeah, we got Tuck Thursday happening, the Split Fiction, Pokemon Gaia, the GM battles going on. You know, a whole bunch happening.
Sorry, I just looked into my drawer there. Of course, I don't have this on me, but I found all my Poke cards from like
Mm,
1999 or 2000. It's like a stack of, or a thick of them, like this thick.
nice,
None of
nice.
them are like hieroglyphic. It's all
Mm.
the I think there's one, or I mean, there's all the evolutions, but it's
That's a mystery, from what I've heard.
yeah. Well, I think it's time that we talk about
Here
the
we
season.
go.
Talk about all these things happening in Gopher and Tech.
Flip the
Next week is
coin.
the
It's
season
time.
finale of Checking the Future.
Season finale, Trek in the Future. Of course, we're not going to be taking breaks between seasons like most shows do. We're going right into the next one, week after that.
Well, there's so many episodes of Star Trek, and considering that we do like an episode of Star Trek for every episode of Checking the Future,
Yeah.
I I almost I told you this. I almost decided to start watching with the lower decks, and I felt bad. Like, oh no, I can't like watch Star Trek without.
Yeah. All right, so the finale. Excuse me. As we've mentioned, we will be watching a film. That film is either going to be Star Trek: The Motion Picture or Star Trek Generations. It's one of those two. They tied in the poll. Excuse me.
50-50.
We're gonna be flipping a coin. I'm gonna say right now, since it's the original, let's have the motion picture be heads, and Generations will be tails. So there you go. And
All
then
right,
we'll flip it and see what we're gonna be watching.
all right. Here we go.
Here we
And
go.
I wanted to mention I was scared I'd have to buy these films, but all it seems like all the Star Trek films are on Paramount Plus.
Yep.
So
There you go. They
if
they
you're
got it all there.
yeah, if you're able to watch Strange New Worlds, you can watch all these films.
Yes.
So now that all that's all the way,
Here we
here we
go.
go.
Here we go. It's up. It's down. Let's see what we got.
Heads.
It's heads. We're watching the original. We're watching
I don't know if you the
yeah,
original.
the motion picture. So that's the very first Star Trek film, right?
Yep,
Yes,
the very
very
first one.
first Star Trek film. I've heard it's got mixed reviews, but
Yeah.
you know
Um,
that doesn't necessarily mean we won't like it. I like plenty of things that got mixed reviews. I like plenty of things that got bad reviews. So
I believe Robert Wise directed this film.
I don't know if I know him. The name sounds familiar.
He did the I think he did the setup. Um,
Robert, how do you spell? Is it just Wise or a different?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he did the West Side Story, Sound of Music.
Robert Wise. Ooh,
Oh, The
passed away
Haunting.
20 years ago. Let's see. Let's see here. Filmography. Very first film was The Curse of the Cat People. That's fun.
Oh, I gotta see that still. I got it on DVD, and I never had. I seen the Cat People, and
Oh, he did The Body Snatcher.
yeah, that's one of my favorite. We mentioned Bela Lugosi before. That's one of my favorite Bela Lugosi films with
Yeah.
Boris Karloff too.
Yes. A lot of movies. This guy had a very extensive career. There's West Side
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah, I mentioned the setup. Yeah, he did direct that
The
film.
Sound of Music.
My favorite
I don't
film.
remember it, but I did see The Sound of Music when I was a kid.
Oh, that's right. He directed he directed the day the Earth stood still, and we got to see like a second of that in the first episode. when Captain Pike's like all emo and he's got a beard. That's the movie playing when he's just sort of checking it out. And actually, as I mentioned on the first episode of Strange New Worlds is sort of based or follows the plot line of that movie.
Oh,
Except it's
he was an editor for Citizen Kane. That's one that I saw.
oh yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
I forgot about
Look at
that.
that. Hmm.
A lot of
Did,
history into this film.
did sound effect editing for The Gay Divorcee.
Yeah.
The stupids.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Yeah.
I
So,
don't. I don't know where to mute if it's on Streamlabs or Discord.
it doesn't matter for you. Either way would work. I think Discord is better for you to muting. I mute directly in Streamlabs because that's what the people hear, and then you can mute on
I
Discord
see.
because that's also what the people hear.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
TJ screen. Whoop. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, so you have to manually do that?
Yeah. I was able to have it automatic for a little bit, but that was a Streamlabs premium feature.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just give you my Streamlabs account. Like you're the one who does all this work. I just have the pro so I can record Bentley Bears Crystal Quest or Star Trek. Yeah, I do that.
But yeah, so we'll be watching Star Trek: The Motion Picture for next week's
And
season finale of Trek in the Future.
there's other changes for season 2 that we might as well talk about.
Yep.
We're gonna do a new game. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but we'll figure something out. No more trivia.
No more trivia.
I'm sorry, that's a lie. It might not be, but we'll probably go back to trivia. I just feel like we should always do something different
Yeah,
in the
try some
new
different
season.
stuff.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, new
Yeah.
game.
So we got
Whatever.
this one. It's gonna be kind of similar to when we were doing our previous podcast, Top of the World. There was a like fake headlines game that we did where it was like you would read off 3 headlines and I would have to guess which one was real or which one was fake. We'll be doing a similar thing, but it's with Star Trek instead of headlines.
Yeah, and probably a good idea to do that game early so that
It's like, oh, you know all the plot lines now, so there you go.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that'll be something new we're trying out in next season, which next season begins on April 19th,
Yep.
the day of WrestleMania Night 1.
Well, actually, aren't we doing it on the 20th that day or oh no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Alan.
Yeah. Brandon's
I
not coming
know,
until July.
the big wrestling show, you know.
It's the other big wrestling show. Yeah.
I just get confused because I know Final Battles in December, so what's he talking about?
So the 19th.
It ain't Bound for Glory in October.
So next week we got the finale where we'll be watching the motion picture. Week after that we'll be starting Strange New Worlds season 2, and beginning our new that game rather than the trivia for season 2. I'm looking forward to it. Clearly something happens with number 1 because we saw her in the trailer for season 3. So apparently things work out for her. We'll find out exactly how in season 2. There you go.
Hopefully. I know they rejected her in the what do you call that? The pilot episode. Yeah, they didn't like her, so she didn't get to be in the original show. But now she's back, and unfortunately back in a concentration camp or something. But hopefully out, according to this new trailer, as if we believe all that we saw.
If we believe all that we saw, it does. The third season does look very fun. I'm very much looking forward to the murder mystery episode.
Yeah, it would be really cool if we ended up. I was hoping for a date, but this summer it'd be.
It's possible.
What if
I don't know what day these air on. Like what day the episodes go up. Day of the week. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure that out here.
It might even like get uploaded as a block. That's happened.
Let's see. So like the premiere for season 2 was June 15th, 2023. So let's see what day that was. June 15th. That was Thursday. Okay, so it's a Thursday. And that was in June. So maybe they said summer, maybe they'll be starting in the middle of June again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um. We'll see if it all matches up.
Hmm.
We. I don't want to be too rigid, but I feel like I like the idea of one episode checking the future, one episode of Star Trek, one episode checking the future,
Hmm.
and there's so many other interesting things to talk about.
Hmm.
Um, philosophically or news that
Hmm.
even now we are able to fill the whole time on all these ideas and
Yeah.
sponsorships and
Hmm.
Tetris. Yeah,
You have
that's the
to.
thing I do is whenever people talk about video games, I pretend to be ignorant. Like how some people, when they mean video game console, they say, "You got your Nintendo or PlayStation." So what I've been doing on purpose is instead of saying video game, I said, "Oh, yeah, you got your Tetris there."
It's the old a random mom talking about Pokemon and she just thinks every Pokemon's Pikachu. That type of deal.
I like to say pocket monsters.
You know, I
Like,
am,
oh,
I
you got
am, I am watching Pocket Monsters. Technically, I'm watching Horizons, but I'm watching the original Japanese version, so I am watching Pocket Monsters.
oh wow.
Mm.
Oh yeah. So lot lot of things to look forward to.
Yes.
Do you think so? Let's take a guess. While we're doing our outro here.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining us.
Yes.
By the way,
Hmm.
um, if you want to, as Gopher mentioned, he's got a lot going on. I mean, if you're watching this on Twitch, all the links should be there. I imagine. I haven't checked up on them. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Drew. How you doing? Two legendary guys. Hi. How you doing, Drew? Thank you for stopping by. We're about to end. We're at the outro portion
Yeah,
of this, but hi. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hope you're going well. Hope you're going well. Hope your day is going well.
yeah. I think Drew. We talked about you having the meat burger Smurf. We can't go into timeline where you didn't, but I think he's been saved from that.
Yeah,
Is
true.
that true?
Yes, I believe Drew has not met Burger Smurf. Fortunately for you, Drew.
Well, yeah. Drew knows how to find Gopher. Join his Discord, and whenever you do, just say, "I'm here for the chest," even if you're not. Just say it. And for me, even though you'll find a lot of things like how to join my Discord and all this and that. I still haven't updated my website
Mm.
since my Earth Day article. Um, but it's www.joshuajhadley.com, and
Mhm.
I might change that so I could advertise Earth Day. I mean, I update my website. I'm
Mm.
paying for it, right?
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. I'm really looking forward to Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Yeah.
Um,
Watch that next week.
well, you'll watch it next week. I think I'll watch it tonight.
We'll have be basically my introduction to the original cast.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah.
Get
Oh,
some William Shatner up in this piece.
oh, thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Drew, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Long live and prosper.
There you go. I finally could just do it on command now. No, like how do I? You just go right into it now. There you go. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, we flipped it upside down.